The reason why I am getting on today is I told you guys I had a decently big-ish announcement to go over with my following on Instagram. I'm sitting in quarantine and I don't have obviously a steady income, so obviously I'm super thankful for my fiance and his ability to kind of like keep the ship together while we're going through kind of a crazy time. So it really kind of got me thinking and wanted to really break down my business and what I wanted to do to either set myself apart, also give myself an opportunity to gain some cash flow. I recently decided to kind of start this journey with Rodan and Fields. So to dive in on why I decided to get this started, an amazing coworker of mine, her name is Kristen. She is amazing. She's become such a close friend of mine. And she was the one who kind of talked to me about Rodan and Fields. So when I was in middle school, I was a kid who definitely suffered with some hormonal acne. So I was definitely that girl that definitely, if you guys know me, I was caking on some of, well, not that I don't cake on still, but I was definitely caking on some makeup because I was so insecure about the level that my skin was at that time. You know, kids are mean in middle school, you know. So I wasn't a huge like big zit girl, but my skin, the texture was just, it was like driving a Jeep Wrangler over the damn like Appalachian Mountains. I swear, that's what my forehead looked like. I was combating that with piling on makeup, and which in turn was this vicious cycle of making things worse. I tried topicals, I tried oral supplements to try to get my skin under control before we eventually ended up taking the plunge on Accutane. So because I went on Accutane, I just assumed that it was like a magic medicine, which don't get me wrong, for the most part it was. But I stopped giving a shit about my skin and I was not educated on what I needed to be doing. You guys know that makeup is 100% like the leading factor into how I got into the industry. And I have such a big passion for it. And then obviously like I fell absolutely head over heels in love with doing hair. And this is something that I heard that stuck with me for the last like 5 years. I had been told that in order to have amazing makeup, to have like a good flawless finish, to have a great complexion, is to have great skin, which I know that sounds so like no shit Sherlock. Like, yeah, good skin is gonna lead to like great looking makeup. But it was like, I don't know, like a freaking light bulb went off in my head, and it was definitely kind of a changing moment for me. What I did was I would kind of do a little bit of research, and I ended up finding a product line, which I will not name in this video. If you really want to know, you can message me about it. So I started using this unnamed brand probably about a year and a half ago. And I started accumulating, adding more products to my regimen and making sure that I was trying to be as diligent as possible with my routine. And I definitely saw some results. Like, don't get me wrong, it was better than what it had been. But about 6 months ago, I found that I felt like my skin was reverting and the products were not working for me anymore. Granted, skin, and I preach about this for hair too when it comes to products, it is an ever-changing thing, right? Your skin and your hair's needs are always going to change. So you want to make sure that you are using different products to combat those needs. But I started talking to Kristen about the products, and she's like, let me show you some pictures. So she started me showing some results that she had personally for herself, and then, some other of her clients that she's been, consulting with and them buying product through her. And I was like, that's kind of cute. So obviously a couple months go by and I'm sitting here and I'm about to go into quarantine. And this is about like a week or two and before quarantine started. And I'm like, you know what? Like, this is, if we do get shut down, I can't do hair anymore. I need to, obviously work on myself and try to be the best version of myself coming out, besides being more broke. But besides the point, so I decided, all right, let's start trying some product. So Kristen had reached out to me and, You know, of course, I am 100% one of those people that is very, very skeptical of pyramid scheme-esque things, you know, because as a hairdresser, I am completely against the whole Monat, whatever the hell that is. That causes hair loss, by the way. But so, moral of the story, pyramid schemes scare the shit out of me. The best way that I can describe Rodan and Fields and kind of what it does for me, especially being in the beauty industry, is that this brand is so results driven that it genuinely blew my mind. So, to dive in on what products I personally have been using and that made me fall in love with the brand. Granted, I have not tried everything yet, so don't hold me to everything, but we will definitely get into that more when I get my my consultant package. We can do like a whole unboxing and kind of go over those different lines, and then obviously I can try them and obviously give feedback. The two lines that I've been using are the Redefine line and the Spotless line. The Redefine line, this line is mainly for anti-aging, reduction of pores, and firmer skin. So the reason why I like this one is, I know you guys are gonna say, Dev, like you're 25, like why are you worried about anti-aging? So the reason why I am worried about anti-aging is because if I do not get a grip on it now, I'm going to be looking like a damn trash bag by the time I'm 40. And your girl is not trying to do that, right? So like even when I would go to, cause I get a little bit of Botox and a little bit of lip filler, like in my forehead, even my my PA, her name is Megan Kennedy, she's amazing by the way, she talked about how like, you know, you're coming in at the perfect time, because you know I've had people tell me like, oh, you're way too young to be worried about that, and I'm like, yeah, I'm 25, but still I don't want a significant amount of wrinkles. If there's something that I can do to kind of slow down the process and make it a little bit more of a graceful age, then yeah, I'm gonna do it. Like, you'd be stupid not to, no offense. So another one of my biggest issues, especially when I put on makeup or if I wanna wear more like, you know, natural look, especially when I go to theme parks and stuff, is the reduction of pores, right? So as you guys can see from far away, like, yeah, my makeup looks great, like awesome. But like, even if you guys zoom in, like my biggest issues are right here on my nose, and then in my chin, okay? Because I'm very obviously expressive when I speak, so I also get my marionette lines are kind of starting to show. So these are the areas that I'm trying to focus on when it comes to like reduction of pores, as well as creating that firmer skin, you know? So like even you can't even really tell that I have any pores, which is amazing. And guess what? Cameras don't lie. I can't edit and Facetune a video. The second one that I'm using right now is the Spotless, which looks like this. So it's a two-step system. This is one of their newer systems, and I've been loving it so far. So Rodan and Fields does carry two different acne lines, or two different lines that are focused more on acne. So they carry Spotless, which is the one that I use, and then they also carry Unblemish. So the difference between these two lines is that, so like Spotless is mainly more for either teens or young adult. So I fit more into that category versus the Unblemish, which is more for like adult acne, adult chronic acne. That's why I chose the Spotless versus Unblemish. So I use this one at night because it does leave my skin a little bit red because of the benzoyl peroxide in it. And then I use the Redefine, which looks like this. So here's one. So this is their daily cleansing mask. Has a very like micro exfoliant in it, which I really, really enjoy. And then the toner, which is more of like, the way that I think of toners is more for, one, it's going to balance your skin tone. Okay, so less like dark spots. It's gonna help with minimizing pores. And I think of it kind of like, in hair terms, like a primer, or like for makeup, like a primer. This is going to set up the kind of the foundation for more product, right? So this will cleanse and exfoliate. This is gonna set you up, also help minimize pores. They have the AM, which is which they literally write, AM on it. It's backwards, but. So this is their triple defense treatment. It is also a SPF, so it has SPF 30 in it. If you are not using an SPF, then sis, I don't know what you're doing. And then they also have their PM, which is the overnight restorative cream. The only thing that I would love to see a little bit more in this line is something that is a little bit more moisturizing. And then the two other products that I kind of got sold on, this is also part of the Redefine line. So this is the Intense Renewing Serum, and then the Derma Roller, which is like the microneedler. This is scary. I won't lie to you. You know, the first time I used it, Nick looked at me like, holy shit, what happened to your face? You look like you've been attacked. And I did. I'm not gonna lie. But so it's gonna do little tiny pricks in your skin. So the best way to use it is to roll like vertical, horizontal, and then also diagonal, you know, all over the face. I even go into my neck and my chest, okay? This is going to cause little pricks in the skin, which is going to promote collagen production, which is going to help with firmness, anti-aging. So my areas of focus are usually like my jowls, right? So a little bit less of a double chin, my marionette lines, my pore area, and then obviously I just kind of hit everywhere. And then the Intense Renewing Serum, this comes in like these little tablet, well, like ball things that you just kind of cut up. You cut off like this little top part, and it's gonna be this like slightly yellowish serum that comes out. You're gonna put that on after you microneedle. That is going to help with just overall rejuvenation. My last item that I got that I'm super excited for, the biggest thing about, like, you know, me being Japanese, I struggle with like hair in regards to like my eyebrows, because, you know, I over plucked them when I was 15, so they don't grow back, and I have to draw them on if I want any sort of like defined brow. And then also my eyelashes, mine grow super straight and not super duper thick, so I want to be able to wear just mascara every once in a while and feel confident, you know. So this is one of their most sold products. Actually, I think it is their most sold product. So this is Lash Boost. Don't get me wrong, this product is very expensive. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys and tell you that these products are not expensive. But when I say that the results are, like, the proof is in the pudding, like it literally blew my mind when I used these products. But Lash Boost is more of like an 8-week start to finish kind of deal. Granted, obviously you're gonna use it more than 8 weeks, but you'll kind of track your progress halfway through, kind of at the 4-week mark, and then at the 8 weeks mark, that's kind of when you're going to really see the results. I am only on about 4 weeks. I obviously have on false lashes right now, but I can already see a difference in my lashes. They're more thick, and they're growing a little more evenly. So I don't feel like I have any gaps, which that's the part that irks me the most, is having gaps in my eyelashes. So to go over the line kind of as a whole, so they carry 10 different categories of products, right? So they have 6 full skin lines, which are gonna be the Redefine, which is one of the ones I use in the morning. Reverse, which is more for anti-aging and kind of like a little bit more of a severe scenario versus Redefine. Then they have Recharge, which is kind of for moisture and brightness and like plump and supple. And then Unblemish, which is for more of adult chronic acne. And then Spotless, which is kind of the quicker 2-step system for teens and young adults. And then there's also the Soothe, which is great for my ladies and gentlemen who are a little more sensitive to product in general, especially if you suffer from like rosacea or just like redness in general. I've heard great things about that line. I've not used it yet, so I can't speak to it on a personal basis. And then we're gonna lead into our essentials. So the essentials are your everyday, day-to-day products. So it's gonna carry your SPF, like they have these amazing makeup wipes, which I've heard great things about. Kristen talks about them. Have not used those yet, but those will definitely be a product that I need, because you know your girl likes to slather it on. And then they also have like a lip SPF. They have normal eye makeup remover. They have a bunch of different products that kind of cover the basis. Okay, and then we have our enhancements, which is more of your premier add-ons, and that's going to include products like Lash Boost, the Active Hydration Serum, which is definitely going to be the next product that I try, because like I said, while I love what these products have done so far, I need a little bit more moisture. The next section would be their Derma Cosmetics, which carries their Radiant Defense Tinted Moisturizer. So this is another one of those products that I will be trying out. I'm pretty excited for that one because if I can find something I can wear day to day and not feel super like packed on, you know, and also kind of act as skincare versus just makeup, I'm all in on that. They have their Pro Skincare line. So these are going to be more of like your tools. So they have their pore cleansing system. You guys have probably seen those pore suckers that people are putting on their noses and in their T-zone to kind of suck out any blackheads or any buildup in their skin. So they have one of those bad boys, and then they also have their redefined AMP Derma Roller and their Intense Renewing Serum. To head into more of the business side of Rodan and Fields, so when I got started, I got product through Kristen. So I signed up as a PC Perks member. So essentially what that is you essentially create an account and then you sign up for PC Perks, which usually has a one-time sign-up fee that you have to pay. But essentially, luckily, through the end of April, they are waiving the sign-up fees. So if you guys want to start getting product, you can definitely start doing that now. So the best way to describe the PC Perks is you create an online account through Rodan and Fields and you set up your go-to order of products that will be sent to you incrementally throughout the year. So they do automatic shipments, but you can always change or tweak your package. Or you could even push it back if you're not ready for product. The only thing is that whenever you guys order product with the PC Perks, you have to do an $80 minimum. So make sure that if you're going to buy product, you plan strategically around paying that $80 minimum. So Kristen got me on my opening order, and that's when I kind of fell in love with all of these products. I'm now at a month in, and I'm seeing the results and what they're doing for my skin, and I was like, you know what? Like, let's kind of like boss bitch it up and make a difference. So this would be a way for me to, you know, add another line of income into my stream, into my network. It also falls into the beauty realm, you know, which this is where I thrive. You know, I finally reached out to Kristen and I decided to become a consultant. So here we are. So that's my big announcement. The perks with becoming a consultant is, so essentially it's a team layout, you know, so it's a tiered system where you work with your sponsors. So Kristen would be my sponsor, right? So she's someone that I look out to as a mentor, someone who can answer my questions and help me when I need it, you know, and she's been so amazing so far. So with being a consultant, what you'll do is you will get 30% back per order that is made through you using your your consultant code, essentially. So when people order through me, I will get 30% back based on that. Okay, so I'm not saying that I want to be sitting here strictly to make money. Absolutely not. Okay, I am not one of those people who will talk and preach about product unless I wholeheartedly believe in them. Granted, I still have to try a bunch of the different options and all the different lines. I do believe in what this culture and this brand stands for, and that's kind of why I wanted to get involved. And then you will also get 5% back of your tiered teams, so 5% back of their totals for the month up to 4 generations. So it's a way for you to build this network of men and women who have fallen in love with the Rodan and Fields products. You know, so it's a way to create a livelihood, especially during a freaking pandemic. And it's also a way for me to use my voice within the beauty industry to tell you about products that I have fallen absolutely head over heels for. So with all of that being said, I am now a proud member of the Rodan and Fields family. I'm now a consultant for their brand. You guys are more than welcome to reach out to me if you guys have any questions on the line, or if you need my recommendations on what you're looking for within a product. Granted, like I said, I've only tried, a very, small portion of what they have to offer. But I feel so confident in this brand that I think you will be very happy. So another great perk with Rodan & Fields, like let's say I recommend product to you, or you just decide to try something on your own that you aren't absolutely in love with. They do offer a 60-day money-back guarantee, so even on empty bottles. So let's say you used it and you're like, the results aren't exactly what I was hoping for, you can always get your money back, which I think really speaks volumes for the integrity of the brand. So in honor of me joining the Rodan & Fields brand and family, we are going to be doing a little bit of a giveaway. So in order to be entered into the raffle to win a brand new lash boost, so the way that we are going to do it is that for everybody who signs up and becomes a PC Perks member and orders through me as your consultant, we are going to do a raffle-like system. So for every $100 that you spend will be an entry into the raffle to win a lash boost. So for example, if you end up spending $300 on Rodan & Fields products, your name will be entered 3 times into the raffle in order to win a lash boost, which is it's about, I think it was $115 just for this tube. Make sure you go ahead and reach out to me if you have any questions about the Rodan & Fields line, or if you need any help navigating the website, I can definitely help you out. All right guys, thank you so much for hearing me out when I talk about my love for Rodan & Fields, and have a great day.